You had the open window there.
Yeah.
It didn't work. So to me, it's just a little bit of pressure on Bowman, that's sports. There's pressure.
Oh, a ton of pressure on all of them.
Yeah.
Absolutely all of them. And I don't pretend here to know where every draft pick and every asset's gone, but it's one thing to say, okay, McDavid gave you all this extra money to go fix it, but who is it? How much? And how many more assets can they give up? Like I don't think they're sitting pretty right now with an open book now to just go get whoever they want at whatever price that they think that they can pay.
They have their firsts in 27, 28.
Yeah,
so they have those assets.
Is that
enough?
Is that enough
They
to who will be available?
All their seconds, 4/3. Like they
do look
picks
good
to move,
which will all be gone.
and then
All of them.
Right.
And next year, with everyone that they've got under contract, they've still got $22 million in space or something. Like they've got room to add players to get better. So this is applies the pressure pretty heavily, but it also takes the pressure off. He's going to be there. You get him. So go ahead, do your thing. There's no reason the Oilers shouldn't be very good this year.
Well, but there's very good reason why they shouldn't win the Stanley Cup too.
What would that be?
A goalie?
We got Connor Ingram. That didn't solve the problem.
No, well, I don't know. He's a talented guy. If he can go to another level, yeah, maybe. Is the defense good enough to win right now?
Well, they just locked up Jake Wallman to 7 times $7, $49 million contract, just 16 months after getting traded with a second for future considerations.
Yeah, what was that?
Detroit just gave up on him, and now he's $50 million D-man 16 months later. That's crazy.
You got a raise?
Yeah, he made 3.4
He got a
last year.
raise, but Connor didn't get a raise. How about anybody else moving forward here? Like, who needs a contract, and how do you go in there and say, I want a good raise?
What's Bill Guerin thinking? What's Bill Guerin thinking?
Yeah, no one big. Ekholm next year is due. Got it. Also Skinner.
Some suggestion that this won't help Jack Eichel and a few other players
Connor.
moving in, and I'm like,
It's irrelevant.
no, that's not the way it works.
If Kaprizov signs, sorry, boys and girls, Kaprizov, preview best boy. If he signs for $17 million, then Connor McDavid signs for 12.5, it doesn't matter. No contracts matter.
Yeah, it's almost like
It's just like they don't know.
both those deals are.
They do not matter. It just doesn't matter.
But I do think if you're one of Connor or Eichel, you go, that one's silly high, that one's silly low, 15 somewhere in the middle.
Yep.
You try to make the case that there's an average between them or something.
How much more depth does Mangiapane give them? Howard gives them? Frederick on the number one line here.
Yeah, I like Frederick.
As a front line, kind of, can he run shotgun all year with this
Probably not.
with this line? With
Well,
Connor?
Hyman will come back at some point, right? They'll get him back in the mix, and then that won't have to be the case. So I do like Frederick. I don't know what his ceiling is there.
I do get the sense that Kipper hates this contract.
No. Listen,
You seem bothered
This
by
is go big or go home for Connor. That, like, I'm giving up 2 years of my prime earning, and he'll make it up. Who knows what the cap is in 2 years from now? But he could have signed for 18 easy, for 2 years, but he didn't, and it's because he gets it. He gets the system and what he's up against in this system. And that's like, you want to win or you want to make money, but you can't have both.
But also, what I wrote about this just last week, that he's prioritizing flexibility. And I think superstars are right to do that, particularly once they're established like McDavid. And that he's going to have contracts. He's not worried that no team's going to pay him. So what's the point in committing the rest of your career? If you're happy, you stay. If you're not, you go.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not like getting married. You get the choice to move around after a couple years if you want.
Talking about a divorce.
Yeah, those are more challenging than ending a UFA deal. You say, honey, your contract's up.
I'm not following your storyline here.
I demand a trade.
I'm thinking
a
divorce,
UFA.
you're thinking about moving.
Yeah. My wife and I did a 6-year marriage contract, expiring soon. No.
IAB.
So,
Well-
there's that one. We didn't even do Jays off the top, by the way.
It's a hockey show.
All right.
The whole station.
okay.
The whole station. Listen, the whole station is geared around the Toronto Blue Jays. And I saw today, like, the Leafs lines, and I haven't really, to be fair, I haven't really watched much preseason hockey. And
Sick, thanks.
I saw as I've watched 2 periods maybe. I saw the Leafs lines today, and it was literally like a cold of splat, like water in my face. It was like 2 of the best days I've ever had at the Dome. Just unbelievable, screaming for 4 hours, as you can tell. And then I look at the Leafs lines today. I'm like, oh my God, do the Leafs suck? Hopefully they don't suck.
They're not bad. I do think that it's possible that Easton Cowan's played his way not into the lineup. What do you think?
I don't really. He must have been really pissed to change this up today
After that showing against Detroit.
against Detroit.
It was bad. But, they waived Camp, who is still not included.
I get waiving him, but I don't get not using him on the 4th line. So just so people know, Max Domi, Austin Matthews, and Nyes was really the projected line for Wednesday night against the Montreal Canadiens. Now Max moves off of that line. Michelli moves up, and Max goes to the 3rd line with Robertson and Dakota Joshua. And Nick Waugh goes to the 4th line with Lawrence and Yarncroke.
It's.
But why not just keep Kemp in the 4th line and then just keep everything the way it was?
They must be dying to give him away right now. Like, I feel like they're talking to teams and saying, hey, well, Kemp.
No, Kemp's not going anywhere. Nobody wants Kemp right now.
No?
No.
So they'll send him to the Marlies before the season starts?
Or sit in the press box, but probably maybe the Marlies. I don't know, but that year remaining is very difficult to lose right now.
It is interesting that Robertson is currently with Joshua and Domi and not Cowan. So, they're like, we kind of got a scoring right winger who's not very big. Maybe
Cowan's had, all we heard was Cowan had a really good camp here.
Yeah.
And what happened in the last 3 days?
I just, maybe another game or two and you go, I'm not sure the best thing for his development is to play 10 minutes a night with Steven Lorentz, and maybe it's better to play 18 minutes a night and run the power play.
They did claim 2 guys off waivers today.
Sammy Blais got claimed.
And Caden Primo, another goalie.
Sammy Blais, if you go back to 2018 among forwards, is 8th in hits per 60. He runs into people who won a Stanley Cup with Craig Berube.
Yeah.
Spent the entire year last year in the American Hockey League. Won a Calder Trophy.
Yeah.
At age 28.
Everything points to this guy can't play.
Okay.
You don't think it's a...
I'm just saying, so he had value when he won that cup. As you just mentioned, the numbers were good.
Big part of the trade for Pavel.
Then he goes to Buchnevich, goes to New York. New York can't wait to get rid of him. They send him back to St. Louis. And then he can't stay there. And then he spends a year in the minors. Tell me what happened between winning a cup and 2 teams not wanting you and then you go into the minors.